Do you know what they are?
Yeah, I know what they are.
What are they?
They're speakers.
We must have had them we must have kept them. They must have went out of style and we still kept them.
Yeah.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if these do it, but no, these don't do it because the fronts usually would pop off of them. How much are they? They're $24.99.
It was a TV. You know, had them like surround sound type.
You had these big ones like this?
Yeah, we had these big ones before.
With the TV? Yeah, we have. And that was like in the 90s. Early to mid 90s. No, it had to be late 90s, maybe early 2000 because you were born in 97.
Yeah.
So
I remember seeing them.
I remember them too. I thought they were a thing of the past, didn't you?
Yeah.
That was a good memory.
They are good.
Huh?
They are good though.
Yeah. Charity shows me these speakers and I'm like, oh my goodness. I said, let me get my video camera out or my phone, because I said, I was thinking you're not going to know what these are. And she said, oh, I know what they are. And I'm like, well, what are they? And she said, they're speakers. And I forgot that we probably had them speakers back when they were growing up. And she said that they had them, that we had surround sound hooked to them. I don't know. I'm going to tell you, I was so happy to get rid of them big, tall speakers because I couldn't stand them things. They got in the way. They were too loud. I just could not stand them speakers. But
they were really big.
They were really big.
I think at one point, somebody, and I don't know who it was, used them as coffee tables. Like they would put them beside the couch and put like coffee, drinks on them, plates on them. I don't know. I can't remember who did it, but I remember cups sitting on those.
I don't remember that. I don't think that was me because I don't remember that. But, so, I mean, like, okay, so you remember the speakers. Do you remember the box TVs?
Yeah.
I remember y'all having a box TV. I don't think box TVs even work anymore. I think that now everything's flat screen.
In the living room, we had one big box TV.
Oh, yeah.
And then I remember later on getting me and Cameron had two great, very small box TVs.
They were actually like a 19-inch.
Yeah, they were small.
Yeah, but they were colored because, and consider yourself fortunate because when I was a kid, I had a 13-inch black and white that you had a knob to turn on, and then you had a channel 2, 8, 12, 10, 45, and 48, and that was it. And it was black and white, like I said. And at 12 o'clock every night, all the stations, all the channels would go off. It would just be lines across the top going up and down on the TV because there would be no stations playing. And then Charity was telling me that Lego puts out these retro-looking phones.
Yes. So they have what kind of phone did you call it?
Explain what it looks like.
It's one of those that sit like this, and then it's like the phone part's like this.
A rotary dial phone?
Yeah, because it had the little circle.
Right.
With the numbers.
Yeah.
So they have one of those, and then you can either change it from one of those to one of those, I call it a brick-looking phone. And it has the antenna at the top. And
that was the old cell phones. That was like the first cell phones were the ones that looked like a brick.
Yeah.
They were heavy like a brick too.
And then you can change it from the rotary phone to the brick phone to the flip phone.
Okay, so it goes into a flip phone also.
Yeah.
Flip phones are out, but I do see a lot of the older people still, like Nanny and Papa, still use a flip phone.
Yeah. And then they have one that is a typewriter. They have a typewriter. Lego.
I like that they do retro because I can remember. I know y'all probably remember like the GameCube and the Nintendo.
They do have a Nintendo, like the gray one.
Remember before even the Atari, there was a game, and I can't remember what it was.
That?
What?
The Atari?
It was a game, and it was a game that you plug into your TV, and it had a joystick with it, and it was just like a knob that came up, and you used that knob to, and it was a button on it, so you could use the knob and the button to shoot whatever. And it had Pac-Man, there was Pac-Man, and then there was like Defender games. And even before that, I remember us having a game that was gifted to us, me and my brother. And it was probably from, I'm going to say it was probably from, had to be the early 80s, I would say. And it had two games on it. It was a squash game, and squash was kind of like tennis. And it was a Defender game. And we thought, we were so tickled to get that game because all these other games had came out. And I wish I could remember the name of it. And I believe it came from Sears. And if anybody knows what that is or remembers, let me know, because I cannot remember. I wish my mom and daddy still had that, because that takes it back. And so it was that, then it was the Atari, and then I'm wanting to say that after the Atari was the Nintendo, and I could be wrong on that. The Nintendo, GameCube, and then the PlayStations came out, then PS1, PS2. I think we're now up to 5, PS5.
Yeah.
And let's not forget how when I was growing up, my mama and daddy had an 8-track player. We went from 8-track to cassette. Yeah. So my brother had all the cassettes in the world, and he had a box that he put all the cassettes in. And then we went from cassettes to CDs. And when in Charity's generation,
we had CD players.
And it was the portable kind, but you still had this big thing that you had to put your CD in.
Yeah, I mean, that thing was big.
Yeah.
It looked like the size of a bowl.
Yeah.
Like round.
Right.
And when we had it, well, I don't know about everybody else, but when I had that CD player, I thought I was high class.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wrong. Because
you were high class at the time. Y'all were a few years behind on everything because that stuff was so expensive we couldn't afford it.
Yeah. But try shoving one of them things in your pocket, because you want your hands to be free so you can run and play and listen to music.
I could
put it in, but then you got to have World War II to take it out.
Yeah.
Or to press the button for it to play because it stopped.
Well, we had that on cassettes too, but cassettes was a little bit smaller. It was a little bit more compact. Then we went from the CD players to the MP3 players, and I don't feel like the MP3 players lasted very long.
They didn't because iPods came out.
I forgot about the iPod. So yeah, you had that iPod, and you would download millions of songs on the iPod, and you had to pay for it through like iTunes or something like that.
Yeah, and you could pay to play games on there. And then after the iPod, then the iPhone came out,
which you could just use your phone to get your music.
Yeah.
Download your music and all. And now we have Bluetooth. Just changed so much. I don't know what's going to be next. I don't know how more hands-free they can make things than the Bluetooth or the phone, the telephone. I don't even understand how much more. I don't understand how they could make it more complex than that.
I remember when I first got my first MP3 player. Time I ever got an MP3 player, it was from you for Christmas. It was pink.
It was flat. It was one of the flat ones.
Yeah, it was flat. And I don't know whose idea it was, but y'all had got that big old box And I'm talking about that thing was half my size at the time. I'm thinking, man, I got a big present. And I'd go in there, and it was at Nanny's. You kept it at Nanny's. We still did Christmas at Nanny's at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd go in there, and I'd look at it, and I'd try to touch it. And, don't you touch that present.
Yeah.
And so finally, I remember going in there, sneaking in there, and picking up that present. And I'm thinking, how is this a present if it's so big and it's so light? Y'all had to put the MP3 player in the bottom of the box, put 2 big old pillows on it, and then wrapped it up and put my name on it.
Hey, my daddy did me like that when I was a kid, so it had to be passed on to you.
Hey, and I've done it to the girls.
I remember he gave me, I wanted money one year so bad. I just wanted money. And I remember that he took a saltine cracker box and he put a $20 bill in between 2 bricks. And he wrapped that box up, and I thought I had something. I was like, I don't know what this is. This is really heavy. And anyway, because this was back in, I don't know, the early 90s, so $20 was a lot. And so he put that in that saltine cracker box, and I opened it, and I think he had duct taped the bricks together. I know I struggled getting in it, but yeah, he pulled a prank on me, so I pulled a prank on you.
Yeah, but I remember that MP3 player, and then I'm like, y'all decided to give me 2 old pillows. And then one of y'all said, look in the bottom of the box.
Gotcha.
And I said, oh, and I was so excited because you had already pre-put songs on there.
Yeah, you don't want to get something. You gotta put the stuff on. You don't want to do that.
And I used that thing. Now I can't tell you where it's at.
Oh, it's probably gone. It's probably in a landfill somewhere.
Probably.
Joining, if you made it this far, and we will definitely see y'all again. We're doing trying to get a couple videos in today, and like, share, subscribe. We're going to be putting more stuff out there. A lot of it's talking, but we're just bull crappers. That's just what we do. So, all right.
Yeah.
See you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.